Lao Tie's new home is not in the low story, it is higher. It is on the 29th floor of the Roman Holiday Plaza. The children are right. Although it is higher, as long as you get on the elevator and go straight up and down in the elevator, it is more convenient, just like in a low story. Yu Jizao lives in the new home, and it is easier to go up and down stairs. If she is in an electric wheelchair, she can go shopping alone. But Yu Jizao doesn't want to move much. She was stuffed on the 29th floor all day, staring at the picture of his granddaughter. One look, another look, and the third look. Her granddaughter is a little mix, so good-looking that she doesn't know how to praise her. But the little thing is impatient, and she rushes out of German in a hurry, clip by clip. Yu Jizao's English is good, but German is not fluent, so she can only talk to her in English when she's in a hurry. Thus, the little thing is even more anxious. The original red face rolls even redder, and her two fatty little fists dance in the air above her curly hair. It is simply a little Hitler. Yu Jizao was also anxious, so she could only raise her head and look for a translation with a pair of help-seeking eyes. At this time, Yu Jizao was often exhausted. How is this a grandmother? Yu Jizao is simply the vice premier of the state council. The granddaughter makes Yu Jizao mixed with joy and sorrow. As soon as she left, Yu Jizao calmed down and learned German quietly. Lao Tie was a little at a loss. Lao Tie had long been accustomed to Yu Jizao's tossing. She didn't toss. Lao Tie was uncomfortable instead, and his core lost the motivation and vitality. The house is very tall and big, and Lao Tie's being overwhelmed is magnified, put up in the air, and has a tone of sunny fall sky. How to do it? Lao Tie was laying on the balcony, looking at the busy traffic under his feet. They are so far away that can be said unfathomable. When the lanterns first came on, the road was extremely colorful and full of brilliance. Lao Tie sometimes thinks that this world doesn't have anything to do with him. Really doesn't. The only thing he can do is to look, stand tall, far away, and look. I was put on a tall shelf. Standing on the balcony, Lao Tie was full of thoughts, and it could also be said that he was imaginative. This feeling is not good. However, shortly after entering the summer vacation, the situation changed, and Lao Tie had a new discovery. Because the real estate is in a T shape, with the help of such a specific geometric relationship, Lao Tie can look at the windows next door when standing on the balcony. There is often a little boy behind the window, staying behind the glass, looking far away. Lao Tie looked at the little boy. Sometimes it took a long time. But unfortunately, the little guy never looked at Lao Tie and did not seem to notice the existence of Lao Tie. Indeed, what is good about an old man? The little guy just licked the glass with the tip of his tongue and kept licking, as if the glass was no longer glass, but a rock candy that would never melt. It was very sweet. Lao Tie was not reconciled in the end, a little boyish, and licked with his tongue. It's very tasteless. There was a time that the little boy seemed to have glanced at Lao Tie. Lao Tie just wanted to bring the joy of his heart to his face. But it was still late, as the little guy turned his head and looked away. Whether the little boy looked at himself, whether his eyes met him, Lao Tie was not sure at all. Thinking about it this way, Lao Tie felt a little stunned, as if it hurt his self-esteem. The key is that he had lost a rare opportunity. What kind of opportunity is it? Can't seem to say anything. Lao Tie coughed. When he coughed, Lao Tie used a little effort deliberately. His voice became louder, but he even gave out a mouthful of sputum.